It's Thursday, October 3rd, right now on 12 News at 10.
I'm I-Team reporter Bianca Bono in Phoenix. As schools are inundated with threats and lockdowns, we're finding out just how often guns are being found on school campuses.
Weather impact alert days now continue through Monday. I'm tracking the continuation of daily record highs coming up.
I'm Chase Golightly in Peoria tonight. Overwhelming support for the family of a fallen Phoenix firefighter. What this all means to them coming up.
In an ongoing investigation in the West Valley, a pickup truck stolen. One of the thieves armed with an assault rifle.
These guys are organized. They're not worried about getting caught. They don't think they're ever going to get caught.
12 News at 10 with Mark Curtis and Caribe Divine starts now.
Tonight only on 12 News, the I-Team is asking districts about safety in schools in the first report of our series called Close Calls. It comes on the heels of a busy few weeks for law enforcement as schools across the state have been inundated with lockdowns and threats. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Caribe Divine.
And I'm Troy Hayden. Mark's off tonight. Amid this spike in school threats, we wanted to find out how often guns are actually making their way onto campuses.
And it turns out that data is not being tracked in Arizona. So 12 News I-Team reporter Bianca Bono worked to find out.
Anytime a gun is around, it's dangerous.
You never know when it's going to be misused, either accidentally or on purpose.
We shouldn't have guns on our schools.
We need to protect our children because if you're not safe in school, where are you going to be safe at?
February 2nd, 2023, a Red Mountain High School student in Mesa reports seeing a classmate with a gun. By the next period, that classmate is gone, leading to a frantic search of the campus. 2 police officers, the school security team, and all of administration looking to find him. When they do, a school discipline report shows officials tried to grab the student who breaks free, exposing his back and the grip of a tan and black handgun. The school goes into lockdown, and the student was eventually caught off campus. A close call that happens far too often in Maricopa County.
We know these kids are getting a hold of weapons.
The I-Team requested records on the number of guns seized at the 20 largest districts with high schools in Maricopa County. Since January 2019, Mesa Public Schools, the largest district in the state, has found 12 guns on its campuses. Half of those seizures happened last school year alone, which is why this school year they've installed a weapons detection system.
How quickly did your weapons detection system actually detect a gun?
Well, that's an interesting story too, because we launched it at Skyline in April. After about a month or so, we worked out all the protocol bugs, and then we launched it the very next week at Mesa High School, and about 20 minutes into that, a kid came through with a gun.
In the West Valley,
Safety is our #1 priority.
the Tolleson Union High School District reported 15 guns on its campuses since 2019.
We know that when there's 15 that we're able to remove from our schools through our efforts, that we still worry about how many we haven't detected.
And Phoenix Union High School District, the largest high school district in the state, reported at least 44 guns seized. The county-wide discipline records highlight just how widespread this problem is. 16 out of the 20 districts seized at least one gun. And since 2019, at least 114 guns were found.
What's your reaction to that?
Well, it's shocking.
The I-Team brought our findings to Superintendent of Public Instruction Tom Horn, the head of the Department of Education.
The numbers are high, but none of them have led to a mass shooting at all.
But some of them did lead to violence. You know, some of these seizures came after SROs received credible information that a student was making a threat against a school, posting a photo with a gun in the bathroom, for example. In another incident, a student left a football game with a gun that they had and got into an apparent road rage incident and shot a woman.
It's data we had to provide the department because right now, Arizona is one of only a few states that does not track the number of guns found in schools. Under the 1994 Gun-Free Schools Act, schools must report weapons incidents to the state, and states are supposed to report to the U.S. Department of Education. But Arizona's Department of Education sends out an optional survey. And in the 2022-2023 school year, the I-Team found the data didn't match what districts directly reported to us. Many districts didn't respond at all.
I'm wondering how you make informed decisions on school safety when you don't don't know the scope of the problem.
Well, you're giving us an opportunity to ask the public to make sure that their school districts enforce the law against bringing guns to schools and report to us and report the student to the police. If students know that other students have been prosecuted, I think that would go a long way toward solving that problem.
Last month, Phoenix police sharing video from the first day of school. A high school student was found with a firearm. In Mesa and Tolleson, officials say students caught with guns have stated they brought them because they thought it was cool. Others claim to have brought them for their own protection.
You got to ask yourself, why do they feel threatened?
If a gun is in a backpack, what if the safety's not on? What if the student puts the backpack down wrong? What if, the gun goes off?
114 close calls.
It's happening everywhere. We're all having guns on campus.
That was just a glimpse at the scope of the problem these districts are facing. In order to address it, schools are coming up with different ideas. Tomorrow night on 12 News at 10, we're exploring some of them, taking a closer look at possible solutions. We're in Phoenix. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
All right, Bianca, thank you so much for that report. Meanwhile, we have an update on a school lockdown in the Valley that we told you about yesterday. A teenage girl is now facing multiple felony charges after police say she made a threat that put Sierra Linda High School on lockdown. A school resource officer was notified of threats being posted and shared online. Police searched the campus and found no credible threat. Authorities say that the teen later admitted to her involvement, saying that the threat was meant to be a joke, but it got out of hand. She's facing several felony charges.
So many threats over the last couple of weeks. So let's turn now to our awful, brutal stretch of weather we've been having. This heat, meteorologist Lindsay Riley. So 10 straight days of breaking records, and now you're saying the heat's going to last longer than we thought even a couple days ago.
Yeah, not only has the excessive heat warning been extended now through Monday, but through next Wednesday, we will continue to set daily record highs. So that will mean 16 days in a row where we set records. Today, we did fall slightly short of 110. 109, it was still a record for the day, the record being 105 set back in 2020. Right now, today being day 10 of the longest stretch of consecutive record highs that we've ever seen, and it will likely go through next Wednesday, bringing our tally up to 16 days in a row, the longest ever. Previous record was 7 days, and that happened in 1972 and 1989. We have an excessive heat warning that will continue for the next 4 days through Monday night. Temperature is mainly around 110 for western and south central Arizona. I'll let you know who will be setting records over the next couple days coming up in just a few minutes. Caribe.
All right, we'll see you soon, Lindsay. Thank you. New at 10, an incredible showcase of strength and support from Valley firefighters for one of their fallen brothers. Hundreds gathered at Liberty High School's football game in Peoria tonight to cheer on the son of Phoenix firefighter Adam Cothran, who unexpectedly died less than a week ago while on duty. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly was at the game tonight, and Chase, the family told you that they were just overwhelmed at how many people came out.
Caribe, so many came out that they couldn't all fit in the stands. A flood of firefighters from all over the valley coming out tonight to show their love and support for the Cothran family.
It may be a regular season game for Liberty High School's junior varsity football team. But for number 43, Broden Cothran, it's his first time out on the field without his biggest fan in the stands.
Adam goes to every football game.
Last week, his father, Phoenix firefighter Adam Cothran, who served the community for 18 years, passed away after a sudden health emergency.
He loved the outdoors, he loved to fish, loved taking his kids out and go hiking.
To show support for Broden and his family, hundreds of firefighters from Phoenix, Peoria, and beyond showed up in full force to cheer him on. Adam's brother, Chris Party, and his wife, Allie, incredibly grateful how many took the time to come out.
I think it would show him how much he meant to everybody.
And now to see it like this, we're just really grateful for all the community support. So thank you.
Especially for Adam's father, Dave.
What does it mean to you personally to see this support?
It's overwhelming. This happened so fast. We weren't expecting it. And the support here, I can't even believe it.
Many carrying signs, wearing shirts, all to show their love.
It truly is a family.
Dave also brought something special to the game.
I had this idea the other day to have this created so that this seat will be at every game and Broden can see it from the field.
That way, there will always be a spot for him to watch his son play.
And I know Adam's looking down and he's proud.
And Broden Cawthron absolutely dominated in tonight's game, making several key tackles on defense. And at the very end of all of it, Liberty High School beat Chandler High School 47-28. We're live in Peoria tonight. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
Chase, thank you for that. Heck of a story. West Valley neighborhood, the scene of a troubling theft. A brand new truck is stolen in just minutes, but that's only part of the story. Video shows one of the thieves, you can see him here, has an AK-47 style rifle pointing right at the homeowner's front door, appearing to be waiting for him to come out. So the man who owns the truck says his home security system caught the thieves driving up in a white Camaro. You see it there on the street. One thief works to get inside the truck. The other then points that AK-47 rifle right at the front door. And the homeowner thinks that he was ready to fire if he would have walked through that door to confront the thieves.
I'd have been dead because, you know, unlike the movies, bullets don't bounce off houses, that AK-47 7.62 millimeter round would have sprayed right through the stucco, the wood would have. Yeah, I wouldn't be standing here today if I'd gone out.
Maricopa County Sheriff's Office is investigating this theft in another in that same neighborhood that same morning. Investigators say they can't say with certainty if these thieves are part of an organized crime ring.
Still ahead, how Tuesday's vice presidential debate may have sparked more voter registrations in Arizona. Plus, the problems continue for Tesla's Cybertruck with yet another recall for the futuristic SUV.
And coming up in sports, we're getting you ready for another week of Friday Night Fever. Find out where we're headed, which is the game of the week. Don't go anywhere. 12 News at 10, coming right back.